I have just bought 2 private fishing lakes in the middle of nowhere without even seeing them first. Now this could well end up being either my best or my worst fishing video idea so far, but through this video I'm going to be explaining to you just why I've taken this leap of faith. The unthinkable has happened. I absolutely cannot believe my eyes. We're going to be exploring these 2 remote lakes for the first time, and of course we've got our fishing stuff with us. We're going to see if we can catch a few fish too and try and discover what these untouched reservoirs have to offer. Now there's no record of this place ever being fished before. No one I've spoken to has ever fished it. It's quite a walk to get there, so we better get cracking. This place is not accessible at all. But you know what? Being adventure fishing UK, that is right up my street, and hopefully we're going to catch some fish there today. Well, this has ended up being a very pleasant walk indeed. Some absolutely stunning views. Now there's a lake over here. It isn't one of our lakes, but it's definitely worth going and having a quick look. Almost looks like there's a sailing club or something down there. I think that's probably what it is. So you might have to excuse the fact that my audio and video style might be a little different today. And that's because it's so windy. I'm actually getting blown around all over the shop down here, but it's lovely to be out. We are right up on the moors now, and where you can see that guy up there is the direction we're headed, just over that hill. Wonder if there's any minnows or anything in this stream. A few little bugs and stuff, but nothing swimming around. Well, because I've only ever seen these places on a map, I'm not actually sure what it's going to look like when we get down there. Not sure how big they're going to be either, but I'm just about to get my first glimpse over the hill. Wow, that's actually much bigger than I thought it was going to be as well. Here we go, the first sight of the lake. There has to be some decent fish in here somewhere. So I am going to keep on walking around, but this thing here looks like probably a bit of a fishing hotspot. I don't know quite what it is, but it's some structure. This place is absolutely beautiful. So nice to be up here on the moors. I believe these reservoirs are 200 years old as well, which means there's been plenty of time for fish to make their way up here of natural causes. It's just going to be a matter of catching them. Right, so I have just got to this second reservoir and the unthinkable has happened. I absolutely cannot believe my eyes. It's gone. It's just gone. How does a lake just disappear? Take a look at this. Now I do hope this entitles me to some kind of discount, because this place is bone dry. Look at that. Judging by all this grass too, this isn't a particularly recent situation. I don't know whether to laugh or cry. At least we've still got one reservoir. It must have drained. This is so bizarre. For anyone wondering, this is what a reservoir looks like from the underneath. This is crazy. Look, this place is absolutely bone dry. I wonder how this has happened. Well, any signs of fish in that reservoir down there, absolutely long gone. There must have been cormorants and herons and all sorts up here taking them all when that reservoir dropped, which seemed like a long time ago, and luckily there's still time for me to renegotiate my fishing lease. I'm going to get set up, do a bit of fishing on this lake, and talk to you about the big project I'm starting now. And that big project is, I am in the process of starting a fishing club. So along with getting the lease to this reservoir here, I've also secured the lease on a stretch of canal that's known to have some very big pike and perch in good numbers too. It's a really cool stretch. It's got absolutely everything going for it, including boat yards, big wide rural open stretches, more close quarters kind of overgrown areas, and from what I know about it, there are some really decent fish too. I'm also working on the lease for a lake in the mountains too, as well as on a river. Now this first stage of proceedings, this reservoir here, is by far the most experimental out of the lot. I've got no idea what this place is going to be like, but the other ones I've got very, very high hopes for. Right, here we go, first cast. This rod I'm using, by the way, is the Rigged and Ready X5 Explorer, coupled with the RR1000 reel. Rigged and Ready are now the official partner of the Adventure Fishing UK channel, as well as the main sponsor of the Adventure Fishing Club, where we'll be doing giveaways and stuff like that too. There's going to be a lot of cool stuff involved, like in-person filming and fishing events with me, various exclusive waters to fish, and other cool community things going on. I know it's been quite a slow start to the year for this channel, and I do want to apologise for that. The reason is I've actually been quite unwell for about 4 or 5 weeks, which has made it very, very difficult to go fishing. Now where I'm stood here is probably going to be my best chance at a fish. Well, I know this video has been a bit of a mix and match. I have been struggling a lot for content lately. As I say, I have been quite poorly. You might be able to hear it on my voice. I think I had a thyroid infection. I don't know if anybody's ever had anything like that before, but it has not been nice at all. But yeah, today has just been a bit of an adventure. I'm going to spend some time now really trying to knuckle down and see if I can catch anything out of this reservoir. I have had some footage saved for a while though. I went pike fishing on England's biggest lake, Windermere, in the Lake District, caught some really nice fish, got some previously unshown footage for you to see now. And then after that, you can meet me back here and hopefully I'll have something in the net. I do need to quickly mention neither myself or Rigged and Ready are affiliated with the boat business, and it has changed ownership since these clips were filmed. That was a fish there. Just come to the top. Did you see that swell? Fish on. Yep, yep. Oh, that's a nice one. I think that's a pretty nice one. Come on. Doesn't feel huge, but it's not tiny. Got it? So here we go, my first fish on Graham's boat, and it's a pike. I'd maybe give that about £6 or something. It's not very long, but it's got a massive belly on it. Look at that, so pleased. We saw this one jump and then cast to it. Let's get it back. Fish on. Yes, come on.
You've done it again. Right, I'm bollocks.
It's quite lightly hooked. I don't know if we'll keep this one on. I was reeling that so quickly then. That's okay, it's not expensive. Well, here we go, fish number 2. It's actually very, very similar to the first one. I was reeling that in so quick, but yeah, what a result to get 2 lovely pike like this. Really good condition. Let's get it back on its way. Fish on. That's a nice one as well, that. Oh, that's a nice perch. It's on the lure, I think.
Yeah, it's taking the lure.
Yeah, there we go, first perch of the day, and it's a pretty nice one on the spinnerbait that I'm using as a drop shot weight. Let's get it back. Hi, have you been walking around here for quite a while, have you? Do you know?
Yes.
I was wondering, how long ago was it when that reservoir down there drained?
Oh, it's probably about 2 years, because they've put all this wooden track across.
Yeah.
And I've never seen them working on it. I've seen the odd van.
Yeah.
This was empty the other week. Well, the other month. Oh, not
fully empty.
No, just you could walk on the side.
Yeah. So has this ever been dry? In your knowledge?
Yeah. The best spot is probably the bloody canal, which is the last place you want.
Yeah.
Looking at you like, you know, a bit of wild fishing, but
yeah, well, thanks for the information. See you later. This is all completely new information to me. I mean, I'm not picky at all when it comes to fishing and what species I catch. Even the smallest population of perch or trout, I'd have been happy. But to know that there's absolutely no chance of anything being in here, I am out. Just in time as well. The contracts are all literally about to go through. But I'm not concerned because I've got some other really exciting plans. Some other great venues coming to the club. And yeah, I'm just documenting my process and how we get there and what it's actually like to start a fishing club in 2025. Really hope you've enjoyed this video regardless. Thank you very much for supporting the channel and for your continued support into 2025, and I'll catch you down the road.